The views and opinions on this show are for entertainment purposes only. The only factual information is any story that has happened to AT2 or the parties involved. Other than that, go ahead and get you a drink, get you something to eat, just relax and enjoy the show. Let's have fun. All right, y'all, let's get What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And of course, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling today? One thing I wanted to say, this is Von's mother's Cash App. I know there was a lot of confusion going on, but I went ahead and verified it. Also, if you go to the Justice for Von, I went ahead and posted the Facebook group. You guys can see all the information in there and updates. Also, there has been an update that Letitia, who is Von's mom, Marvon, who's the mom, has made it to Arizona. Now, there isn't any update on if she has seen Von or not, but we do know that she is in Arizona as of right now. So that's a blessing. That's definitely a good thing. Even though she made it to Arizona, that doesn't mean that you should stop donating. Definitely any help that this woman can get, please help her. But that's the Cash App right there. I do want to say that I did hear about this story last week. I didn't want to hop immediately on it because I wanted to do my own research. As you guys know, on YouTube, there's a lot of people, we give our opinions on YouTube, yes, but there's a lot of people with their own opinions and maybe they're even their own agendas. So I was like, okay, is there a way I can get like the information a lot more quicker? So if you guys are unfamiliar with the situation, I did suggest going to TikTok. If you look up Dre McCray, it's great if you guys go to TikTok. That's how you get the 60-second videos, and they tell you the information that you need on this. And then you can go about doing your own research on the Facebook group and stuff like that. But when it comes to kind of like these, and no one has been charged, let me say this, but this is kind of like the realm of like true crime. When it comes to one of these things with like true crime, or when something's going on, or like, a missing person or stuff like that, it takes a lot out of me. I don't know how people do this all the time, but it takes a lot out of me because it's almost like you take on that energy, or you take on the spirit of the person, and end up having nightmares and stuff like that. And again, I want to say Von has not passed away. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying in general, these kind of things, it takes a toll on me at least. So I do want to say that. But here we go. Let's go ahead and get into it. So Dre McCray, as you guys may or not know, is a beauty influencer. She's also a part of the MLM, the paparazzi, the people that sell the $5 jewelry. She's one of their high, not clientele, but one of their marketers, you would say. One of their best sellers. That's what I'm trying to say. So she has been on the scene for a minute. She's known for makeup and stuff like that. 8 years ago, she met Von, this gentleman right here. He is a former Marine. Well, I shouldn't say foreign, because once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine. He is a Marine. He served our country. Definitely thank you for his service. They got together about 8 years ago. Now, they only have one biological son together, the littlest child. That's their son together. But the two girls are from a previous marriage from Drea and from Dre. and she actually got a divorce after 8 months of being with her last husband. He ended up leaving her, and then there was some controversy with that. We'll get into that a little bit later, but that's the backstory. And Von is a father figure to these two girls, and then the son that they have together, of course. Yeah, Chastity, it's hard, and again, I have to say allegedly, because we don't know for a fact if she did something. However, the math ain't mathin'. Um, so this is one of the pictures you see right here. They were at a healthy weight. You know, you can tell that she has weight in her face and he has weight in his face. You can tell that they were at a healthier weight. And now, and I'm not going to show a picture of him just out of respect because the family does watch these videos, as I've been told. So I'm not going to show a picture of him today. But this is Dre right here. If you see over to the left, I mean the right, the right, that's what she looks like today. And this is actually one of the better pictures. You know, when you see them, they really look like, you know, they look eaten up. And what I mean by that is that you can tell that they lost a lot of weight and they lost rapid weight. Now, the diet that they are on is called the alkaline diet, and it's from Dr. Sebi. Now, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about Dr. Sebi diet and be like, oh, it's a horrible thing. You know, you shouldn't be doing this diet. Now, what they're doing with the K word, and I guess you can't even say that on YouTube, what they're doing with the K word, and if somebody wants to put the actual word in the chat, you can. I just can't say it on video because I don't want them to take my video down because it's not FDA approved. But the K word that they're taking in spoonfuls, that's not regulated by the FDA. And then also, I don't see anywhere where it says that you have to do this in order to be a part of the alkaline diet and stuff like that. Now, the alkaline diet is based on a vegan diet. A lot of people follow this. For example, we always talk about Wendy Williams. Kevin Hunter and his girlfriend actually follow the vegan alkaline diet and stuff like that. They even took little Kevin to Dr. Sebi to go get help when he was doing bad from the artificial marijuana. So Dr. Sebi's teachings and stuff like that, a lot of people do follow it. It's not just all, you know, hoopla and stuff like that. But then you have people like this who take it to the extreme with the spoonfuls of the K word. It's one of with the K word, it has properties of opiates. And I've also been told earlier today that they actually use it for people when they're trying to wean them off of drugs. They'll use this. And so it's so crazy that they're taking spoonfuls and then also giving it to the kids. And the whole thing about giving it to the kids, it's not allegedly, because there's videos of, you see like the daughter eating it. You know, the son mentioned that, you know, oh, are you going to give me the medicine, talking about the K word. And it was just very, it's disturbing. It's very disturbing. So during the 8 years of their marriage, which technically they're still married, during the 8 years, you'll see Drea talk about, Drea was, well, not that they talked about it, but there's been many of recordings where, you know, one in particular that I want to mention, recording where Von was actually saying that he needed to get help. He needed to get help. He kept repeating that he needed to go away. He needed to get help. And she was almost like refusing or trying to convince him not to go. He said that he's depressed and that he just needs to get away. I was going to play the recording, but it's from a different, I didn't get permission from the content creator, so I'm not going to play it. So I'm just going to paraphrase it. But he admits that he is suffering from depression. He needs help. He needs to go away to get help. And, she's trying to convince him that he doesn't need help or the therapy that he's doing is wrong. And it's totally upsetting and it's totally just wrong. And I don't understand why she would try to refuse him from getting help. Now, a lot of people have said that this woman is controlling, and basically she was controlling him. And also, another way that you control somebody, you take the money away. You take the money away. He was getting, like monthly income from when he served and stuff like that. But it was said that she had control of the money. There was even text messages that were leaked showing that he was asking, yo, can I get $2,000? I just need some time away. And she was all like, what you need $2,000 for? Like, what are you talking about? And he's like literally begging her like, yo, you have all the money. I don't have any money. Can you please send me 2,000? Because he's trying to get help. He's from what I've been reading and seeing, he's been trying to get help this whole time, and not everyone, but Dre is refusing to get him the help that he needs, and she doesn't want to. She thinks that, he needs to just keep following whatever she's doing, stay on the diet. That's going to help. Also, the seizures. He was having a lot of seizures and stuff like that, but he never had a history of having seizures. When he started having seizures was when they started this diet, and they said it probably more specifically regarding the K word that we can't say that you see in the chat. That's where he started getting the seizures. Now, I did hear something. This is kind of funny, even though this is not a funny situation, that they said that the bling, the custom jewelry company, not bling, paparazzi, the custom jewelry company, that their jewelry has a lot of, because it's fake, it has a lot of lead in it. And so the lead could be why he's having seizures and stuff like that. But I don't know that to be true. If shout out to the people who do paparazzi. I'm not judging, but they said that could be a reason that there's too much lead, and that's why they're having seizures and stuff like that. Now, they did mention that the kids were having seizures, but I don't want to say that as a fact because we haven't seen their medical records, and I don't want to say that to be true because I haven't heard her say that out her mouth. Anyway, moving on. So, going through this time, he ends up leaving while he's gone out the house. He also says that I don't have any money. Can I come back to, can he come back if he can sleep in the daughter's room? She said, no, why do you have to sleep in the daughter's room? If you're going to sleep anywhere, you got to sleep in the den, which they don't have a den. It's actually the shed outside. So he ends up coming back to the home, and then the next morning he eats breakfast, and then boom, this happened. Now, they really don't like us to say the S word, but you see it right there. That's what it was. It was a S attempt. And the crazy part that I find interesting is that this actually happened on the 23rd, but it's so crazy how this has gained so much attention now. Now, I think one of the things is that a lot of people never heard of Dre McCray, and I'll be honest, I've never heard of this woman either. Now, I'm not into beauty and stuff like that, so of course I wouldn't have heard about her. But I was very shocked that, a lot of melanated people weren't covering this. And I think because they don't know. Now, my sister is not a makeup artist, but she is like a makeup enthusiast. And I asked her, did she know who this woman was? And she said no. So I think a lot of people don't know who she is. And that's probably why. And I'm not going to say, and again, let's be clear. I'm not going to say everything is about color or nothing like that. I'm not saying that, but I found it interesting that with this situation, I didn't see a lot of melanated people talking about it, but I think with the bigger content creators, we get pushed down to the bottom. And I think one great thing that has came out of this is like somebody like, shout out to Sherelle. Sherelle is covering this, and she has a large platform, so it definitely is getting eyes on the situation. So I think that also played a part to it. But anyway, going back, so what ended up happening was that Von attempted, He allegedly tried to hang himself. So Drea says in the police report, and for some reason the police report was blurry, so I can't share my screen. But when I look at it on my phone, it's fine. But anyway, she's seen him hanging, and then she ran outside. She tried to pull him down off the wobbly chair. Couldn't pull him down. She said that she ended up finding a knife, cut him down. She called She told her oldest daughter to call 911. The 911 operator suggested that she tries, or told her to not suggest it, told her to do CPR. The cop that came, now he did wear a body cam. Now, I don't know if anyone can get, the body cam footage, but I think the body cam footage would answer a lot. Because Vaughn was about 6'2", or he is about 6'2". I'm sorry for saying was. He is about 6'2". So he was, so he's kind of tall. And so, she said she cut him down, try to give him CPR. Now she did, in the police report that I found interesting, is that she mentioned him being verbally abusive. And, him having different episodes and stuff like that. She also mentioned that he might have took the K word that morning too, and he might have took too much. And so the police report is kind of sketchy and all over the place, because it's almost like, okay, was it the herbal medicine that he was taking, or did he really try to hang himself? There's a lot of misinformation with that police report, and I'll share it on my community tab later, since on my computer it's looking blurry. I apologize for that. I've been following Dre and Vaughn for 4 years, watched them all the time. I really thought they loved each other. They seemed happy all the time. It's all crazy to me. Oh, wow, Casey, really? Okay. And thank you to my moderators for sharing the Facebook group and everything like that. I really do appreciate that. Okay, sometimes it takes time. Yeah, because I'm thinking if it was on the 23rd of May, then maybe that's not long enough. And, and I apologize, I should have looked that up. But I am wondering why it's taken, why nobody has gotten the, and I know you have to pay for that too. That's another thing. You have to pay for it. And I think also this has to be looked into as a criminal case. And again, I have to clarify, she has not been charged with anything. She has not been charged with anything. I have to be unbiased and fair. So they transfer him to a hospital. There, she's going live from the hospital. There's even one video of her showing off her dress, and he's laying in the background. There's another video, like she's like talking to Vaughn and stuff like that. And mind you, they're saying that he's in a vegetative state. And and I know when people try to unalive themselves, and they do it from hanging, that, when they do come back, they're never the same again, because basically you're cutting off oxygen to your brain. And depending on how long you cut the oxygen off to your brain, that affects you long term. And so people have been saying that he's in a vegetative state right now. But one thing that I found interesting in the video where she's like talking to Vaughn and he's like laying up and stuff like that, right? He turns and like almost jerks his head the other way, like away from her, like almost like this is deep, y'all. Almost like his spirit is telling him, like, get away from this woman, run away from her, run fast away. This woman had been trying to put like different, like, it's not the K word that she was trying to put in there. It was something that she was trying to put in his feed. But anyway, she was trying to have a special diet for him for his feeding tube. The doctor told her no, so she had him move to another one where she can give him care. It was so much craziness. And then, as you guys know, his father pleaded with her. The father came all the way from Georgia trying to plead with her to see his son. And she refused, and basically saying that Vaughn would never want to talk with his family and want something to do with them. But before this situation happened, Vaughn was actually talking with his family. They were getting back on the right track. And granted, all families don't have the best relationships. However, family is family. Let that man see his son. He had to fight to actually see, because basically what she was trying to say is that I have authority over him, power of attorney and all that stuff, and they can't see. Well, the hospital was like, well, ours don't work like that. He can't see, his son. So he was able to actually see his son. Um, man, man. I can't imagine not being able to see one of my family members when they're going through such a hard time and they're going through something like this. And you got this woman being very controlling. This is why people don't believe that she's innocent and that she definitely did something. Nobody believes that this woman is innocent. It was either the herbal stuff or some foul play, allegedly, going on. It's just not making sense. She was even on live when, while he was having seizures and stuff like that. So there's a lot of her not really caring for him and really saying like, oh, well, I'm going to give you this special diet and this is going to cure you from everything. Not letting him take his Western, a lot of people don't believe in Western medicine, but, wouldn't let him take Western medicine, basically. And she's almost like saying, oh, well, if you eat this, this will help you. If you do this, this will help you. And I'm not saying that it doesn't work. However, it did not work. It did not work, So it's a lot to it. What's up, Liz? Thank you for coming. Right. It's very weird. Right. Thank you for coming, Carly. She wanted vegan formula for his feeding. That's what it was. Yes. Oh, and they did allow it. Okay, because Harley, I heard there was one hospital that didn't allow it, and so she had him move because they didn't allow it. But that kind of brings me to my next point. Now hey, Debbie, thank you for coming. Now it's being said that she's not even allowed to see Vaughn right now. She's not even allowed to see him. So, they had to have, basically she was interfering with the doctors trying to help them. And so they had to pull back from her. Like one of the things that she did also as well was rub her saliva on his face and all over him. And she was talking about how when her saliva mixes with his saliva, it helps him. And it was just like, y'all, it was a lot of craziness going on. Anytime you watch her, you're like, oh, this is crazy. That's what you think. Oh, you've been following him for a long time too. Wow. Okay. So there's a lot of people that it seems like have been following them and stuff. So that brings me to my next question. So, because I'm starting to see videos now, and granted, like I said, I came late into the game. Was there no like when you would like watch her, like was there no signs that something was like, something seems funny here? Yuma Hospital, where they live, didn't have. Oh, okay. Here we go. Didn't have capacity to care for someone in his state, so he was transferred to Tucson, where they can manage brain injuries. They did allow the vegan formula. Okay, they did allow it. Okay. This was before he was moved to the private hospital. Okay, got it. Thank you. Yeah, she was really into it. No signs at all. Okay. And Cindy, we're not judging, by the way. We're not judging. I'm glad that you're here. Okay. So there was no real signs originally that something was going on. No signs, just madly in love. Okay. Because from shout out to everybody on Facebook because from what I'm being told is that she was really controlling of him. So you guys never seen anything where he seemed like he was very controlling or he was trying, or it seemed like she was how do I put it? She was the one wearing the pants. I'm gonna just say it like that. I'm gonna just say it a little bit more harsh. And I guess too, coming from their perspective, they probably only seen her like on YouTube. They probably didn't watch everything because it's something where when it comes to these things, if you're not watching everybody on every platform, and granted, I'm the same way on every platform, don't try to catch me up. But when you don't watch everyone on every single platform and every single video, then there are stuff that you can miss because now that everything has came to light, of course, people can piece together clips and show you just this one part. Just to be fair, they can just show you one part of her. Then rather, there could be like 35 minutes of greatness and then only like 2 minutes of when it's like, this is kind of fishy right here. So it kind of goes up and down. Right. You just never know. Right. What's up, D? Thank you for coming. Thank you, Chelsea. Right. I hope they do. I really hope they do. Oh, control does not equal love. That's deep. I've heard literally nothing about what he was like when he was functioning human. When he was a functioning human, just that he's in a coma. I don't even know what caused the coma. I'm sorry, I can read it on here, but it's easier for me to read it on the right side. That's why I look that way. I'm sorry, you guys. Um, Bamboozled. I'm at least thankful someone called the hospital when she was bringing the stuff into the hospital in the past. Oh, okay. Yeah, he was very uh I don't want to say soft spoken, but you could tell like he was very polite, like a gentleman. You really didn't hear him ever raise his voice, or from what I've seen, raise his voice or anything like that. He never seemed like he was anything but a gentleman. And that's why it's hard. Like, damn, he was verbally abusive. And then you see like things of her. I don't have a knife right here, but you see her kind of playing around, waving a knife and stuff like that. And then you're kind of like, oh, okay, she's waving a knife. Okay, like maybe she's being playful. But then that's also a thing where, like, okay, I don't know if somebody chopped this clip up to make it seem like she was crazy when she was wielding a knife, or was it, there's some things. There's some things that we're really like, yo, like this don't seem right. This situation seems a little off. um Also, just her wanting to go live so much when you're going through this. If I have a family member and they're going through something, I'm not trying, and they're in this state, I'm not trying to record them while they're in this state. I'm not trying to show off my dress when they're in the back of me in this kind of state. Like, it's so much that she's put on for the cameras. And it's like, it's a lot, y'all. It's deep. And it's all like, yo, what is wrong with you? Something is very wrong with you trying to um, publicize this. And it didn't make her look great either. I believe if this was a private manner and where, she didn't show this on social media, I don't think this would be a thing. And maybe it's granted that we go like, thank God she was dumb enough to put this on here because now we have eyes on this. Because had she not do this, with the family, well, no, the family wouldn't know because I actually heard that the family didn't even know that this was going on with Vaughn until they seen it on social media. I can't believe that shit. Can you imagine you just living your life and you don't know something is going on with your son or your family member until you see that shit on social media? Because she's going to spin the narrative that they weren't talking or anything like that. and that they had no relationship. Even if they didn't have any relationship, you would think that in a time where, this man is trying to fight for his life, you'd be like, yo, let's come together, let's be family. And also too, speaking of family, she doesn't seem very family oriented. Like, have we heard anything? And I've been trying to research this, but have we heard anything from her family? Like, have her family came and try to see Von, or have they been in communication with her? That's one of the things that we don't know. We just know a little bit about the ex-husband, but we don't know anything about her family, which kind of makes me think like, okay, she has this control where you can't, if I don't see my family, you can't see yours either. It seems like some kind of jealousy thing to me. And this is just my opinion right here. Right, 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 right. Now I have heard that, when there is situations going on, you can go to a lawyer and attorney, but like I said, those things cost money. So hopefully they are going to do that. I do have right here her Cash App. If you guys see it right here, if you guys want to donate, like I said, she is in Arizona right now. We don't know if she has seen Vaughn or not, but at least she's there. But they're going to have to fight this thing legally. So hopefully they can get some kind of power of attorney over him. She did keep it private for about 2 weeks until she reached out to find vegan formula because he was having. Oh, wow. So Carly, she got caught up on her own. Okay, when she was trying to reach out and say like, "Hey, is there any vegan formula?" Now, another thing that I noticed is that she keeps saying that when she was in the hospital and stuff like that with Vaughn, she kept talking about how she like Vaughn was getting better. He was getting better. He was getting better. But to us, from what we seen, it doesn't seem like there was any progress. And now we definitely don't know because people aren't allowed to see him and stuff like that. So we don't know if there has been any progress. But um, I don't think this woman has. It doesn't seem that she has the best interest, and this is just coming from me as a human being and just seeing the situation from an outsider. It doesn't seem like she has the best interest for him. She even tried to explain why she doesn't cry and stuff like that, and the reason it was just dumb. It was just dumb. Not how she's moving is moving like someone who doesn't give a damn. She's and I can't even say that she's moving like someone who doesn't give a damn. She's moving right, right, Shayna. Is it Shayna or Shauna? It's Shayna. I think it's Shayna. Um, she's moving like this is like some kind of like this is gonna be some kind of testimonial video. Y'all, this is the way she's spinning it. I'm gonna just go ahead and give it to y'all. This is the way that she's gonna try to spin it. Because of my saliva, because of my diet, he was able to come out of this. And it was all because of my doing and my healing. And because he followed me in this situation, this is why he got out of this. And so she's recording all of this so then she can put it together in like almost like a vlogging style testimonial video that this diet worked and stuff like that. That way she can get branding deals for selling this, herbal medicine and all that. She's thinking of this like a fucking business, y'all. This is what's going on. I haven't heard anybody say this, but she's thinking of this shit as a business. This is what's going on, you guys. It's sad. She's thinking of this as a business, unfortunately. She's all like, oh, this is a great opportunity. Make this a testimonial video, how my helpings helped him and he came out of this. Like, y'all, this is situation. This situation is crazy. And anyone that I I just don't get it. I just don't get it. In the police report, it seemed that they were kind of iffy on the information that was given too, because it kept stating, about the body cam. Like, okay, the body cam can show this, body cam, body cam, and so it's almost like they were hinting at, like, yo, she said this, but the body cam says this. And like I said, I'll post it on my community tab as well too. Yes, they talked about her being a Jehovah's Witness too. And I can tell you guys from personal experience, because my grandmother was a Jehovah's Witness. I don't think that, I think that probably has something to do with the whole not wanting to. I know blood transfusions are a no-no with Jehovah's Witnesses, but necessarily the whole vegan thing, that has nothing to do with Jehovah's Witness. I think this is her interpreting the religion in her, in her own way. There was some progress from what I saw. He wasn't able to yawn or breathe on his own. He had no reflexes. Last I saw, he was moving his limbs, turning his head, and breathing on his own on the vent. Okay, thank you for that information, Carly. I appreciate that. Okay, he was. If she was calling the hospital, giving him something, why was nothing done? Unless I'm wrong or misunderstood. No, Kathy, they clarified it. He was given a vegan supplement instead of what they were feeding him through his feeding tube. So it was regulated. It was fine. If he was brain dead. Well, he still, maybe I missed another comment, because I was going to say he still has to eat either way. And that's also another thing, like them say, like a lot of people have said that he's in a vegetative state, but is he in a coma or is he in a vegetative state? That's why I would have to say coma, because I don't want to say a vegetative state, because a vegetative state, literally you would just lay there. It's two different things. A vegetative state, you would just lay there. You wouldn't be able to move, So it's more of he was in a coma, or he is in a coma right now. Now, I did hear, and I'll finish up with this. I did hear that they did ask her to bring the kids in for testing. And this is all alleged right here, because I heard this from a couple of people and they weren't sure that she has to take the kids in for testing, because they want to know what the stuff is that they're giving, that she's giving the kids and stuff like that. So they want to test them. Now it's being said that she's refusing that. So at this time, I think that the best thing to do, and I hate saying that, taking people kids away. I hate saying that, to tell you the truth. But with all this information coming out and things not being sure and things just being so wonky and stuff like that, we need the kids taken away at this time, because we need to check her out, and then we need to know what's going on with Vaughn. You know what I mean? So definitely prayers for Vaughn, prayers for the children as well too. Prayers for Vaughn, prayer for his mother, his dad, and his stepmom. We're hoping for a great outcome in this, and hopefully Vaughn, he won't be 100%, but at least he can live somewhat of a normal life after this, because definitely this is a situation that's not healthy for all parties, no matter what. So if it is true that he did try to attempt to take his own life, hopefully he gets the help that he needs. But it's also sad that he was pushed to that point, if this is true. But I'll try to keep up to date with this. Like I said, it's a lot taking on these kind of cases, because like you just never know, and there's it's a lot of emotion. So definitely keep them in your prayers. Keep the children in your prayers. I love you guys. Thank you for checking out the show. Good night.